All right, folks. First episode is with Brock Gerling. He's our director of safety here at Q-Line. And for him, and for all of us at Q-Line, safety isn't just policy and procedure. It's actually a mindset. What we really want to do is make sure that we keep people that are on the road beside our trucks safe, but also our drivers, as well as the loads that our customers are entrusting us with. And so the idea here in this particular episode is to get you to hear how Brock thinks about safety, how he develops his team around safety protocols, and what safety overall means for us at Q-Line. So I hope you enjoy it. Brock, it's so good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So take us back. How did safety first become such a big part of your career? And what does it mean to you right now as a leader to be somebody that's in safety currently at Q-Line?
I think that, prior to me coming to Q-Line, I was a highway patrol officer, and I did that for 10 years. So the primary focus there was kind of something that I wanted to have at Q-Line. And I guess there was 3 core pieces that we really strived for with the highway patrol, and that's, providing a safe environment for our staff, ensuring the safety of the motoring public, and protection of private and public infrastructure. And that was our core focus every day we come to work here at Q-Line.
Yeah. Can I say you look like a cop?
I get that from time to time.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be terrified of you on the street.
Yeah. My wife refers to me as someone that looks like they should be in the military, but yeah.
I mean, your hair's on point. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there a defining moment for you earlier in your career at Q-Line where you said, okay, because of this event, safety has to be our priority?
Yeah, it was very early on when I started at Q-Line. I realized that our carrier profile was in a situation where we were at risk of potentially losing work. And it was at that point where the leadership group got together, and we prioritized different practices and procedures that really shaped what our current carrier profile looks today. And I can sit here and confidently say that we probably have one of the best carrier profiles in all of Canada. And it's the reason why we work with top-tiered customers throughout the world. So,
okay, so for somebody like me who doesn't come from transport,
yeah.
What in the name is a carrier profile?
So carrier profile is basically focuses on 3 areas. So a carrier profile will look at accidents, convictions, and then CVSA inspections. So a carrier can operate within certain thresholds within each group. And if you're kind of exceeding those thresholds, you could be subject to carrier audits.
Okay.
Right. So it's very important that you have, lower numbers, I guess, in the carrier profile,
right,
to, so you don't have any type of intervention.
Right. So Q-Line's carrier profile is good, you're saying?
It's great. Yeah.
Okay. So our customers, even, new customers or existing customers, can be confident that we have a great carrier profile.
Yeah. That's oftentimes the first thing they look at before they move forward with any type of procurement. Yeah.
Okay.
So
the more you know.
Yeah.
The more you know. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you share a story of where a safety first decision changed the outcome for a driver, a team at Q-Line, or a customer?
Yeah, I think actually I kind of remember the day that it happened. So it was a Friday afternoon, kind of late afternoon. And this one driver that currently works with us, she always went above and beyond with her securement. Didn't matter what she had on, she was always exceeding the regulatory requirements. Yeah. So I was outside talking to a driver, and she pulled in, and I kind of looked at her load. So I made a point of going over there and commending her for her efforts.
Yeah.
And it was at that time when another driver with the exact same load came in, and he kind of looked at me and thought, as he's driving past the vehicle, he looks at the load, and he kind of turns his head and he goes, you could just see the look on his face is like, oh crap. And it was at that time where we made a choice to focus on continuous education as opposed to just having a general discussion with the driver. And that was the foundation for our cargo securement program.
Okay.
So not only did it help the driver, but it helped out the safety of the public and our customers, because we now have, within the first 3 months of employment, all drivers are required to send pictures in of all their loads. And we look at it as a continuous education program for our staff. So,
okay. So when you talk continuous education, like what would that look like for a driver? Let's say you said 3 months.
Yep.
Let's say at 6 months or a year and beyond. Because I know we have drivers that have been with us for like how long's the longest standing driver that we have?
I would say probably around 21 years.
Oh my goodness.
It's probably our longest standing driver.
Yeah. So what does continuing education look like for all of those folks from different tenures with us?
So continuous education, I think that once we had implemented these programs in place, some of our drivers, our veteran drivers, really, thought, hey, this is a pretty good program. Are you okay with us providing images, right? So a lot of our veteran staff were actually engaging by choice.
That's cool.
Right. And not, we're not having to intervene at any point. They just kind of said, hey, do you mind having a look at this load? We would give our feedback. And, it also led to additional programs where we would take those images and then we would build like cargo securement,
like a template?
A template, so that we could share it with all of our staff.
Yeah.
So that when they go to a particular customer, we could give them that sheet and they could secure it exactly how, right?
Yeah.
We want them to. So.
Okay. So talk a little bit about the safety department in general. Like when you started, it was you.
Yeah.
Just
me.
Brock with great hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you always have great hair? No, we're not going to turn this into a hair conversation, but that's fine. Okay. So it was just you.
Yeah.
But now you have 3 safety coaches that are with you all the time. You have a few other folks around you. Talk about your team a little bit.
Yeah. So we got three safety coaches. Then we have an hours of service auditor, and then we have an internal health and safety compliance auditor.
Okay.
So
that's a big team.
It's a big team. Yeah.
That's changed a lot. Because how long have you been at Q-Line?
Going into my 15th year now.
Okay. So from 1 to 6, about 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a brand new safety learning space and all that stuff. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I guess as we grew, not only as a company, but with the staff at the safety team, we recognized the need for larger space for training. So Q-Line has just kind of invested into building a fairly large training area that can accommodate larger class size. And then before, we kind of had our team scattered throughout the building, so we didn't really have as much engagement as we truly always wanted. Sure. So now we're all together and
having fun.
Yeah, having fun.
You guys always have fun.
We do.
Yeah, I love that about you guys. Here's another question for you. What personal habits or lessons do you carry into your work that help you make safety feel real for other people?
I think this kind of happened later in my career. So about 6 years ago, we have implemented Lytx drive cams. So those cameras are designed to recognize high-risk driving events, and they then in turn get sent over to our coaching staff who coach our drivers. So,
and real time, right?
Real time, yeah. Wow. So we might not get it right away, but it's fairly quick, and we engage as quickly as we can. And so when we first launched that program, I was the coach. Right. And I'd never driven a truck. Right. Okay. So as I started watching these videos in my mind, I'm thinking that's following too close.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, obviously I'm in a position right now where I'm not only putting myself, but my family and others possibly at risk due to my current driving style. And I mean, because anyone anyone that gets their license, you get your license.
Yeah.
And no one ever comes back 6 months later and says, oh, hey, by the way, you're following too close right now. Right. So it was important that I made the choice at that time to kind of adapt to, those types of events that the camera picks up and start driving in that way.
Okay.
So it's kind of given me the ability to coach real life situations, different events, right? And have the drivers being able to connect with someone that didn't drive a truck, because a lot of people might sit in the background and say, well, Brock never drove a truck, so
right.
What's he talking about? But a lot, in my previous career as well, part of my job was investigating collisions, and right. So I do have that side that will help as well. So
yeah, which is a big deal.
Yeah,
having that in your background.
Yep.
I love that you're Q-Line too, because that's a big plus for us.
Well, I love that I'm at Q-Line.
I know, so, 15 years.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is amazing. Okay, so was there ever a time when you had to make a safety call that was really difficult and was probably pretty unpopular with folks? Is there a time that you had to do that, and how did that go?
Yeah, actually, so I was kind of tasked with trying to reduce the number of accidents or cargo claims,
yeah.
right? And so there came a time where, we talking to some drivers, they thought, hey, I'm not really comfortable with this load, right? I've never done this, right? And it was at that time when we decided to implement the graduated driver program at Q-Line. So that program is specific to Q-Line.
Okay.
So what it is that it's a tiered level system where a driver can transport specific freight that's kind of related to size or weight, right? And so that kind of really restricted how we operated.
Yeah.
Because normally we would, any driver on the load, hey, we've got truck 123 out in California, we need him on this load. So now with the implementation of that program, they couldn't just pick any driver, right? They have to pick a driver that's classed in the tier that is related to that specific commodity type. So it was a big challenge at first, because normally it was just, hey, well, let's get this driver to do it, right? And I think we shifted our focus on allowing drivers to communicate, hey, it's okay that you're not comfortable with this load, right? And not only with the implementation of that, it actually helped significantly reduce the types of claims or accidents that we were having previously. So
well, I can imagine a driver, because some of the stuff we haul is big, like 180,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So I think having the skill to do it is such a big deal. And I think what I'm hearing you say is that we have a program in-house that allows drivers not only to say if they're comfortable with certain things, but they can aspire to kind of haul certain levels of stuff too.
Yeah, like driving is a very pride-driven industry.
Right.
So a lot of drivers, they want to get to the next level. And we provide them with the training that eventually will get them to where they need to be. Yeah. But we don't just put a driver on a 25-foot load anymore. Right. We want to make sure that we're comfortable and confident with them, and that they're comfortable and confident with that as well.
Well, because I think even me coming into the transport industry, I didn't know what an RGN was. Yep. So people kept saying RGN or like step deck or all of these different kinds of trailers means a different kind of load. Mm-hmm. And even an RGN, I had no idea that like a lot of them are mechanical.
Yeah, it's one thing to get behind an RGN, but we have 7 different RGN types. Yeah. Right. So, we also specialize in training drivers in that area as well. Right. So,
Which is great, because then I think a driver feels like they have some career movement.
They do.
You're not stuck just doing a flat deck for the rest of your life of, XYZ or LTL or whatever. Like you can handle RGN. And what does RGN stand for again? Like
removable gooseneck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goose thing threw me off, to be honest with you. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready. So that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you connect safety, not just to the rules, but to people and families behind the wheel too? I know at Q-Line, drivers are a massive part of our priority. We want to make sure that, they're cared for and that they're safe. And every driver equals to people that they love behind them. So what does that look like on a day-to-day basis for how you actually do safety, thinking of those individuals in mind?
A couple of things. So I guess we focus on two areas. So first of all, safety, like the commitment to safety is a choice, right? So we communicate very early on that that in order for a driver to be successful here, they have to commit and choose to adapt to the safety practices or procedures that we have in place. The second thing would be, making sure that we connect safety to the fact that everyone has a loved one that they want to get home to, right? It's not just abiding by rules of the road. It's making sure that they, at the end of the day, come home to their families.
Right. And has there ever been a time where that's become really real to you? Like, was there a moment? Was there a story that you have where you made that connection that the driver has people behind them that they love, and we want to make sure that they're safe to care for those folks as well?
I guess in our position, it's very important that we develop trust, right? And often when you develop trust, these drivers, they come to you, in a lot of situations that you normally wouldn't think that you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Right. So, we've had situations where a driver's been in a situation or a not at fault accident where it's claimed the life of someone else. And now they're left dealing with day to day, moving forward. What does moving forward look like? What does success look like after this? And so we really engage with these drivers a lot. And so I guess that would be a real life situation. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I know from the HR side, we'll work with safety around counseling and all of those pieces when it comes up, because these people are not only employees, they're people that we care about deeply.
Yeah, and I think that, since I've started at Q-Line, like the programs that we have for support for these drivers is second to none. Like in orientation, when we have our corporate chaplain come in, drivers are just amazed that we even have something like that, right? So, good place to be.
I was thinking about it the other day, like the idea that a driver drives for so many miles, so many kilometers a day, is lots of times alone.
Yeah.
And, I think part of the safety piece is also the care piece. Like if you're feeling, depressed, or there's lonely, or there's all kinds of different things that are going on, and you have nobody to talk to, it'll probably compromise your safety too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I hear what you're saying. I think that's great. That's awesome. Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
So when you think about the future of safety at Q-Line, what story do you hope people will tell about this chapter of the company?
Yeah, I guess I hope that one day people will look back and see that this was the chapter where Q-Line's safety was a cornerstone of its culture, a place where we empowered people and implemented procedures that had lasting effects on the safety, the public, and its customers.
That's great.
Yeah.
Brock, it's always a pleasure.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.